League of Ordinary Gentlemen, here we are. It is week 12. We are back. Let's go over some playoff implications here. I'm going to start right off from the top. Try to make this quick and simple and easy. Here we go. Number one seed right now is Robert at 9-2. He is locked into the division champions game. He's won his division, and last 2 weeks don't matter. Congratulations, Robert. I'm number two at 8-3. I currently have the lead in my division. I have the current lead in high points. I will automatically also get into the division championships game with any win or any Justin loss. Justin's at 7-4. He's behind me in the division. If he wins out and I lose out, he can take the division from me. If we end up tying, then I would automatically win the division. I got like 250 points on him right now. Yes. All right. For the Richie division, Ed's going to win that one at 7-4. He's locked into the playoffs also. He's got a 120-point lead on Luke Nearing in 2 games, so there's really no chance, even if he loses out and Luke wins out. Very slim chance that Luke could pass him up. All right. Fourth place, I already said Justin. He can win the division if he wins out and I lose out. If he loses out, he can actually miss the playoffs with a couple of guys winning. I'd have to Zach, Luke Depre, Luke Nearing. 2 of the 3 of them would have to win out. So that's the only way Justin can miss the playoffs. So he's basically guaranteed in at a wild card spot. And then the last 2 positions would either be Zach at 5-6 in the Ralph division or Luke at 5-6 in the Ralph division. Zach's got quite a few points on him right now on Luke. They play each other in week 13. So that could determine the division right there. The loser will most likely get the second wild card spot in the 6th seed. The next closest guy who's on the outside looking in right now is Luke Nearing. Luke Nearing's at 5-6. He plays Luke Depre in week 12 here, and he plays Ed in week 13. If he wins out, he could supplant Luke Depre or Zach. He is quite a few points behind both of them, so he would have to either outscore both of them by a lot of points in the last week, or he would have to win out and have either of those two go 1-1 or 0-2 to get himself into the playoffs. The rest of the guys are all 4-7. At the top of that heat is Chris. If he wins out and ends up tying Luke Depre or Luke Nearing in win totals, if he wins out, and either of those two go 1-1, Chris will actually probably win the tiebreaker because Chris has 50 or 60 points on either of those guys for the 6th spot. So Chris is also alive at 4-7. He's really the only 4-7 guy that's alive. Crawl, Andrew, Steve, Ryan, you guys are on the outside looking in. You would need to win out and have a bunch of guys lose out because you're so far behind in points to do anything. So there you go. That's our playoff potential. So like I said, right now, Robert, myself, Ed, and Justin all seem to pretty much be locked in. Zach, Luke Depre, Luke Nearing, and Chris are all vying for the last 2 spots. Zach and Luke Depre for the Ralph division, and then the other 2 guys with the loser of that division for the final spot. So there we go. We got 2 more weeks left, and the trade deadline is at noon tomorrow. I believe Zach and Kral just made a trade. Check that out, and you have till noon to have the trade accepted tomorrow. So make it happen, and I'll talk to you guys in a couple of weeks. Thanks.